Couple counselling by Skype and other video conferencing systems. That's the topic of this video, but before I start and tell you about that, let me tell you about myself. Hello, I'm Andrew G. Marshall. I'm a marital therapist with 35 years experience. I originally trained with Relate, and I've written over 20 books on relationships. The most famous ones are I Love You, But I'm Not in Love with You, and How Can I Ever Trust You Again, which is about infidelity. So many couples have been seeing the benefits of video conferencing and counselling before the coronavirus crisis. Now, why should this be? The first thing is it's incredibly flexible. If one of you is travelling, it doesn't mean you have to miss your session, because we can organise a counselling session with two of you in different places. You don't have the problems of all the travelling to get to one of our offices, and it's also generally more cost effective than seeing somebody face to face. And if you come from a rural area or you're in a country where there are fewer therapists, this is a very attractive offer. So it's very useful to be able to do this kind of work, but I think it's important to give you some advice about it. The first one is you need to find a confidential space in your own home or your office if you've got a separate office, or a hotel room. So if you're going to be doing it from home, think about where the children are going to be. It might be useful to do it after they've gone to bed, or to explain to them actually what's going on, that you actually need to have some counselling, and this is going to be done, and it needs to be a private space wherever you're doing it and not to come in. If you don't want to tell them that you're seeking advice and help, you could explain that it's a business meeting, but you have to set up a very clear boundary, because it's going to make it hard for you to relax if you're worried about your children overhearing. I think the other thing to say is it often takes longer to build up a relationship with your therapist if you're seeing them over video conferencing. So the important thing to do is to build up trust. Now, one of the ways of doing that is actually finding out about the qualifications of the person you're seeking help from. So ask questions. What is your training? What is your experience? I think it's also helpful to understand the theoretical background that your therapist is coming from, because there's a lot of difference between doing some form of counselling and coaching. CBT, cognitive behavioural therapy, is very much about changing your actions, whereas psychodynamic work is often more about understanding where you've come from, the experiences of your childhood and how those are influencing you today. All of these different approaches suit different people, so it's important to find out what you're being offered so you know if it's right for you. Don't be afraid to try a couple of therapists before you make your decision. Now, here at Marshall Method Therapy, if you choose us, I can guarantee that all of my team are trained, they're experienced, and they really know how to listen and to help you move forward with your problems. If you'd like to find out more about what we offer, you'll find a form underneath this video, and we'll be back to you within 24 hours. I do hope we can help you, and I do hope that some form of therapy and counselling will make a big difference for your relationship, whether it's actually on video or face-to-face. Nice talking to you.